So there's this big debate that's supposed to be happening in September on ABC News. Donald Trump's actually suing ABC News. He doesn't like them very much, and he's suing them for defamation. George Stephanopoulos, by the way, who's the former Clinton press secretary, who now hosts like the main political show on ABC News, he's suing him too. It turns out that there's a very cozy relationship between Kamala Harris and one of the main executives over at ABC News, which kind of has everybody wondering, how the heck is Donald Trump ever going to get a fair shot in this new debate? So there's this executive, by the way, Disney, right? Remember, this is a Disney company. ABC News is owned by Disney. Disney wants to get rid of it in the worst way, believe me. This is not a moneymaker or a growth opportunity for Disney. They know that. Kamala Harris has extraordinary friendship, this is the headline in the Daily Mail, with Disney executive Dana Walden overseeing ABC, which will host her first debate with Trump. So they've known each other, I guess, going all the way back to 1994. They're real pals. I mean, they're such pals that she wouldn't have met Doug. No, he might be the first gentleman. Let's hope not. Doug, the husband Doug. She never would have met Dougie Boy had it not been for Dana Walden introducing them. So that's how far they go back and how good they are friends. So that begs the question, is that really appropriate? I mean, isn't that some kind of conflict of interest of some sort in some way? If you say no, okay, then what can ABC News do to show us that they're not so tremendously biased? Look, I think they've got a couple of good moderators. I know David Muir, and look, he's left like everybody else in the media. But David, I think, will at least try to put on a good front and will try to offer some kind of equality there. The other reporter, I'm not so sure. We briefly overlapped at Bloomberg, and I don't know what her politics are. But I would say that David, while being left, does have some respect for the quote unquote institution of journalism. That said, we'll see, because this is bigger than David. Don't forget. I mean, this is much, much bigger than any single reporter that's asking questions there on the debate stage. This is going all the way up to his boss, Dana, who's such good friends with Kamala that Kamala wouldn't be married to Doug had it not been for Dana. So think about this bias when you consider what's coming out of the media, and tell your friends. By the way, tell your friends to subscribe, to like, to share. And I want to go back to what you guys think about the attack on Twitter, who may have been responsible for it, right? Because I can see all of your comments here if you're watching on YouTube live in real time. So it's wonderful that you guys are here. Thank you. Thank you for all your support on this program. It's good to be back. You were with me for the last nearly 3 weeks as I was on the road, and I loved tuning in, having so much tune in from these live locations. But it's nice to be back in the studio, right? My hair appreciates it. Especially if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. Wonderful. Thank you for listening on Apple Podcasts. Do us a favor, leave a review, leave 5 stars. If you're doing that on Spotify, if you're listening on Spotify, we so appreciate that as well. So please do me the favor of also going in and leaving a review, leaving the 5 stars. And if you're here, make sure that you make a comment below as well, not just in the live chat, but below as well. I see everyone, Hemi, Arcade, Mike Costa, good to have you back. Red Omaga, get Cat Crazy. I think you're new. That's a good name, especially these days, right? MJ Cleveland and Willie, thank you so much, everybody. Peace of mind here as well. We got the whole crowd tuning in, which is terrific, absolutely terrific.